Well, I've been representing a prisoner, Elliot Ray, for the last 4 years in a habeas appeal. And Elliot was wrongfully convicted using co-conspirator testimony. And the Seventh Circuit ruled that the use of that hearsay testimony violated his Sixth Amendment right to confrontation. And then later, more recently, a few months ago, they ruled that his appeal was timely. And so they've granted his habeas petition and he is awaiting release. When I started working on this case, I found that I had a lot in common with my client, Elliot. I grew up in the inner city and faced a number of the same challenges that Elliot did. Unfortunately, I spent a little bit of time on the streets when I was homeless, and there were some wonderful people, teachers and mentors, who reached out and made a huge difference in getting me off the street and getting me on the right path. I'm very passionate about this case, and I was very fortunate to get it. When the case was first made available, I lobbied to get it because I studied with Richard Friedman at Michigan, who kind of rewrote the book on the Confrontation Clause. And I was fortunate to know a little bit about the Confrontation Clause, and I wanted to apply that knowledge. In essence, the conventional wisdom was the facts were bad, and the Supreme Court actually was against us. But it wasn't until I got into the case that I realized that the conventional wisdom was really wrong. And as a young associate, it was kind of tough to sort of go against sort of the prevailing opinion, but I learned a lot about digging into the facts, and I read thousands of pages of transcript and figured out that we actually had a great case. Pro bono really matters to the firm. When I was interviewing Debbie Baum, head of the DC litigation group, actually spent 45 minutes talking to me about my case and made it very clear that I should absolutely bring the case with me. And since I've joined the firm, they have been fantastic in their support. I've worked very closely with Tom Hill, another partner here in DC, on this case, and there's never been a question about resources or time. Pro bono is something that we simply do, and we do it because it's the right thing, we do it because it helps lawyers become better lawyers, and we do it because it's just part of our DNA. I'm a dad now, and one of the things that I hope for my daughter is that she grows up in a world where we aren't convicting innocent people. And that's one of the things that motivates me in Elliot's case.